Here's a little tutoring video on interior sum and exterior sum. Go nice and slow, show you how to use our two tools for this. Our two tools are finding interior sum, which total interior formula, and then our total exterior. Not much of a formula, but we just need to know it's 360. So let's look at some questions and make sure we know which tool to use. What is the interior sum of a 14-agon? Well, if we're dealing with interior and it gives us the amount of sides, so 14 is the amount of sides, we will use total interior equals 180 times n minus 2 and put 14 in for n. Subtract 2 times 180 and you will have the interior sum of a 14-sided polygon. Okay, some other keywords here on the next question. Exterior sum. Okay, so here I'm using this idea, this information, of a 14-agon. So that's how many sides it has. We got to see what the total sum is. Well, as you look at this information, we don't need to know how many sides it has. We just have to know, no matter how many sides it has, 3 to infinity, it's 360 degrees. So there's no math there. It's just memorizing that all exterior sums are 360. All right, a little harder. If a polygon has a, well, this is an important idea, interior sum of 3,240, how many sides? Okay, so if I want to know how many sides, that means we're solving for n. If it has an interior sum of 3,240, this will be a total. Okay, so we are dealing with total interior, and we're going to use total interior equals 180 times n minus 2. We are going to leave n alone. We are dropping this in here for a total, and we're solving an equation. So let's get rid of this. Okay, so our equation will look like, let's see here, 3,240 equals 180 times, I'm going to butt these up next to each other, I'm not going to put that x in there, minus 2. Okay, so now we're solving for n. We're distributing. Okay, so now we're going to have 3,240 equals 180 times n and 180 times negative 2. Okay, so there's our equation we're going to solve. And from here, it's a two-stepper. So I'm going to add 360 to both sides because this is a negative. So I have to do the opposite of it. So I'm going to take my calculator, 3,240 plus 360, and I get 3,600. So 3,600 equals 180n. And our last step, hopefully everybody's with me, divide by the 180 to both sides, and n equals 20. And this, so a polygon with a interior sum of 3,240 has 20 sides. All right, so let's look at 3 more questions just like these 3. We just did 3 problems, so let's go back over them again. Interior sum of a 26-agon. Okay, so we're using the interior sum equation. 180 times 26 are sides. So I'm putting it in for n. Whoops, I don't know what I'm doing there. 26 minus 2. Okay, so if I take 26 minus 2 on my calculator, times it by 180, this guy has 4,320 degrees inside it. Okay, the next question, number 5. It's talking exterior sum of a polygon. Doesn't matter how many sides. You gotta start memorizing. It's 360. Okay, so let me write this formula one more time. Okay, so this says interior. That's why I grabbed the interior formula. Interior sum is 1,080. So that's an interior sum. That goes right here. How many sides? So that means n is what we're looking for. Okay, so let's plug that in. 1,080 equals 180 n minus 2. We're solving for n. Okay, so a first step is distribute. Man. 180n minus 360. And once again, I'll say this again just to help us get used to this and memorize this. That's a negative 360. So we should know that we're adding 360 to both sides. Okay, so let me get my calculator. 1,080 plus 360. And I get 1440 equals 180n. My last step is to divide by 180. And a polygon with an interior sum of 1,080 has 8 sides. Okay, so I hope that helped and went a little slower, showed you how to use these tools. And there are going to be some more tutoring videos.